This is a request for help. Do you think you could recommend this to someone who's community minded, who would continue my mum and dad's legacy of providing a wonderful place for tourists to come to in Lightning Ridge? That's Mum's nursery down there, as you can see. I'll just zoom in a bit. She'll train anyone what plants grow in drought conditions and on bore water. They're out of the drought now, there's plenty of water. Lightning Ridge the other day had 7 inches on one side of the town and 4 inches on the other. The dam's pretty full, it's only got another 2 feet to go. And there's 5 dams on this property, and there's actually a line from the lake. Well, not the lake, it's another small conservation dam that Mum and Dad and the, can't remember what they're called, one of the government departments helped put up conservation signs and information signs. It's a lovely property. Mum and Dad have been here 22 years. They started off on the MPL, which is a mining purpose lease, and the rules were in the beginning that you could only build 30 foot by 20 foot camp to live on a mining purpose lease. And so that's their old caravan. Actually it was my brother's first, and an annex and bathroom facilities in there. You could just see the dam through here. I'll pause this. This is the red-winged parrot that's normally out there that I grabbed the camera for. By the time I got back they weren't there. Sometimes Mum has open garden days, and as you can see people come out and really use the gardens. I'd love to see this property sold to someone who was very community minded, wanted to continue on doing that sort of thing with it. It's a great tourist attraction. We've got a whole stack of birds coming in again. Oh, there's parrots up here. If I go out there, they might fly away. There's some unusual pigeons down below. The red-winged parrot. And look at that guy.
Did they get it under control?
New pigeons. And this has all been within 15 minutes. Just realised you probably want to see inside the house if you're at all interested. Air conditioning. It's built of cool store panels, so it stays cool in summer. This is the lounge, kitchen, dining area. It's built under mining regulations. The oven's not perfect, you probably want a new one. It needs a new hinge and a seal. Mum and Dad, as I said, started off in the caravan and annex over the other side, which is an old one. And they can go back to there and sell off the equipment slowly if they wanted to. It's not decided for sure what they want to do. So this is built under mining purpose lease conditions with the approval of the Mines Department. You're allowed to build a 60 square shed, and inside that shed you can build your staff kitchen, your Opal showroom, your office down there. Of course you need a toilet area, so there's a bathroom naturally. It's all tiled like this, and there's a couple of storage rooms of course. So, I can't show you those rooms because they're being used. And it's hard to get the whole picture. Now, look, it's not perfect. It's been valued, and you can see a prospectus. They can email you one, and it's been valued, and the state government think the value is acceptable, so do Mum and Dad. Now, it's not perfect. They've been through drought, so the slab moved, you can just see there's a little bit of a difference in the floor height there. It's tiny, not even finger depth, but you can feel it. So, not perfect, but really quite nice. Hello, socks. Yeah, and if Mum and Dad do come here, if Mum and Dad just sell the land in the house and move to the mining purpose lease, whoever moves in will be so close that their animals will need to get along with Mum and Dad's animals. Because Mum and Dad will have to stay here until they can sell off all that equipment out there, if that's an option that they accept. And it's all ifs, but everything's fairly acceptable. So we're just walking out into what the house is. The house is a part of the shed because it was built for mining purposes. You coming, socks? No. Although indoor carpet bowls mat, now that does not come with the place. Dad said wherever he goes, his mat goes with him. He had back surgery only 2.5 weeks ago. Mum thought there was no way he was playing in the tournament, but even with his back surgery, there was no way he was not playing in the tournament. And he's doing well. His first day is up at the moment, and they may... Oh, I'm sidetracking, I'm wasting time. Sorry, I digress a lot, so instead of digressing, I'll split my videos. This is Dad's grapevine. Oh, there's about 10 of them along there. Most of it's only 1 year old. Some of it's 2. It's already had grapes on it. They were really nice, Dad said. This is the Queen's birthday weekend in June 2016. You can just hear car noise in the background. We're on the Castlereagh Highway, just north of Dubbo, 3.5 hours north of Dubbo in New South Wales. This is Dad's main dam. As you can see, it's very, very big. It's used to pump water to all the gardens and supply the agitators for processing opal mining dirt. Last year we saw this empty. It's about 15 to 20 foot deep. And as you can see, the drought's well and truly broken. Property has been on the market for quite a while, but unless a real estate agent is qualified to handle rural properties, you can't advertise it in their office, and the local Lightning Ridge agent is not qualified. So it's only been on the internet on a couple of sites, so it's really hard for people to find it. That's why I'm doing this little promotion, in the hope that someone will find it and pass it on to someone else, and there'll be a person out there who's community minded, who wants to change your lifestyle, wants a fantastic place to live. It's really great. And look, you don't have to stay here all the time. There are people who Mum and Dad pay, who come and water the garden in summer, and Mum and Dad get away for the summer. They don't have to stay here when it's really, really hot. Others seem to not mind it, and they put up with it. There's a lot of good neighbours who'll help people out. And it's ridiculously cheap. 3,000 acres, walk in, walk out, a house. Well, sorry, it's, as you'll hear later, it's a shed with facilities inside. All this mining equipment comes with it. It's a massive amount of it. And all they want, 650,000. Most houses in Melbourne are around that price. And it comes with the MPL, mining purpose lease, and silt tank up the top. I'll show you that later. Mum and Dad's property. This is what I mean. I'd love to see someone who's community minded buy this property, or at least express an interest in it within the next week that's really serious in January. Imagine the tourism that would be lost. All these people have booked in and stayed in motels and accommodation in Lightning Ridge, and they're now heading off to different places. Some of us take 2 days to get here. You need community people, volunteers, to keep our country growing with tourism. Dad might take them over a tour of the equipment and everything if they've got time.
Quick. You right?
Yep.
We've lived here for 22 years now and just love the place. If anyone was interested, we'd think we'd sooner sell it to someone who'd carry it on, but at the moment we're looking at an agreement with the government, which we've got to answer in a short time. If anyone was interested, this is the phone number. It's 026829 1081, and the email address is mansfieldopal@lightningridge.org.